All right, so throughout our hike today, we've been trying to get one of these fast little guys on film, but it's extremely hard. I've been seeing them a lot right around here in the open sand, which is a great place to spot them. What we're talking about is the Florida scrub lizard. But I have a photo here that I want to show you guys. This is our endemic Florida scrub lizard. Endemic means that this species of lizard only occurs in the coastal scrub and only in the state of Florida here. This is a really cool species. You can see how striking they are visually. They've got that bright blue blaze on the side. That's a sign that this one that I photographed is a male, and they occur in really pristine scrub. And Jupiter Ridge Natural Area is one of the best places in the county to see the Florida scrub lizard. So let's kind of back out and talk about this habitat here. This is the habitat you want to look for them in, is this open sand, and you want to look for movement. One of the cool things that we've been doing to try to reintroduce scrub lizards a little further south in the county, this is about the southernmost, or was the southernmost extent of the Florida scrub lizard. Because of habitat fragmentation, they've disappeared from our scrub natural areas further south in the county. But recently we worked with Fish and Wildlife Commission, and we reintroduced Florida scrub lizards to Hypoluxo scrub natural area as well. So that's another great place in South County for some of you South County folks, where you can go and look for Florida scrub lizards again. Another one of the species that's iconic to Jupiter Ridge Natural Area here is the osprey. And so we're standing right here. They're iconic to Jupiter Ridge because Jupiter Ridge Natural Area goes really from the coastal scrub down to the Lake Worth Creek Aquatic Preserve into this estuary habitat. And so every year for the past, as long as I can remember that I've been working here, we've had ospreys nesting here at Jupiter Ridge. So Jocelyn, I know that you guys do hikes out here, and this is kind of a favorite stopover for you guys on your hikes, right?
It is. So a lot of times we're doing our nature hikes in the springtime, which is prime nesting season for ospreys. And on several occasions we've been out here, we've seen the mated pair, we've even seen chicks in the nest, and it's really an amazing experience every time we get to do it. What's also cool is, right, that for the Loxatch River District, our mascot is the osprey, and there's such an interesting bird. Ospreys are raptors, similar to eagles and hawks, and they like to fish. And we're actually right here, right next to the lagoon. And earlier we just saw them come in with what we think was a mullet. So they went out and fished and got it, brought it back to the nest, and they were up there eating it. It was really incredible. You'll actually find ospreys all up and down the eastern seaboard, and in fact all over North America. But they're not always called ospreys. If you're up in New England area, they call them fish hawks up there. But you'll find them everywhere. So the next time you see one, easiest way to tell is that nice white head with the bar that runs right through their eye. And they're a fairly decent sized raptor. They're pretty big too.
Yeah, and so even another name, so the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah.
For those football fans out there, what's the Seattle team? The Seahawks. So another name for ospreys. These guys are so wide-ranging. They're even inland in major water bodies. You can find them in Yellowstone National Park. So as long as there's water and there's a solid fish population, you're going to find ospreys. One of the things, we can zoom into a picture here. I just snapped a photo of the nest that we can highlight here. Is the real importance is on display right here at Jupiter Ridge Natural Area of reducing our plastic pollution. And so you can see in this image, I literally just took this, the beautiful bird is having lunch there, eating a fish, but right there in the nest, part of the nesting material is this massive plastic bag. And so, you know, right here, we can come back out. So right here at Jupiter Ridge, we can see this awesome wildlife, but then we're kind of constantly reminded of our impact on these animals. So while you're out here exploring, just take the time to appreciate what you're seeing, but also take note of the things that you see that we left behind. And hopefully that can help, you know, change our habits a little bit at home. So we're gonna keep going. get over to the observation platform here at Jupiter Ridge and finish up our hike for today. All right, so we found another one of the iconic critters here at Jupiter Ridge Natural Area. If you guys just come over here and lift the camera up, we're going to look right over top of these cocoa plums here. So what we just saw was one of our gopher tortoises here at Jupiter Ridge Natural Area. So what you can see here on the ground is this apron of sand, okay? And that's really indicative that there is a gopher tortoise burrow there. You can see the burrows have this half-moon shape as they go down into the ground. And gopher tortoises, it's a great spot to see them here at Jupiter Ridge Natural Area. They're actually all around the parking lot. There's a lot of open sand for them here. And gopher tortoises are so important. They're what we call a keystone species, and that's because just because of their life history and their habitat or their habits, they provide essential habitat for a whole host of other creatures. So they dig these burrows, and these burrows can go as much as 8 feet underground. They can be as much as 30 feet long. And they dig them because this is kind of like a climate-controlled room. When it's really, really hot in the summer, it stays nice and cool in the ground. When it gets cold during the winter, it'll stay a little bit warmer underground. So this is kind of like their, like we have air conditioning, this is their kind of climate-controlled habitat. But that burrow also provides habitat for a host of other species of reptiles, like even rattlesnakes, indigo snakes, one of our threatened snakes here in Florida. Even there's a frog called the gopher frog. It's so cool. It lives commensally with the gopher tortoises. It lives down in the burrow because it stays nice and humid down there. And if it rains really hard, you can come out to Jupiter Ridge and look at the apron of these gopher tortoise burrows and look for a little frog sitting up there on the apron trying to get some of that moisture. It's probably a gopher frog. So just another really cool species here at Jupiter Ridge Natural Area, the gopher tortoise. Not just important because it's an awesome animal itself, but it's a keystone species providing awesome habitat for a bunch of other critters out here at Jupiter Ridge.
Well, Benji, we made it all the way down here to this nice observational area, and we're sitting down here with our beautiful mangroves on this oxbow that kind of connects out to the historic Lake Worth Creek Aquatic Preserve. And wow, it's such a nice place to kind of take a break. So tell us a little bit about why you feel it's so important to be in our natural areas.
Right, so, Jocelyn, first of all, thank you guys for coming out and exploring Jupiter Ridge Natural Area with us. But it's always important, but really right now, and what everybody's going through, it's so important to remember while we're practicing social responsibility, social distancing, to take care of ourselves. And part of taking care of ourselves isn't just eating the right things and drinking fluids, but it's taking care of our mind too. And Jupiter Ridge and Palm Beach County's natural areas in general are some of the best places that you can go for free every day of the year to really take care of that mental side of what we're going through right now. Science over the last couple of decades has been proving how important it is for humans to spend time in nature. Just some real quick ones. People can Google these articles. They're easy to find. A 2015 Stanford University study proved that spending 90 minutes in nature decreased activity in an area of the brain associated with depression. There's been a team of researchers at University of Illinois who've been studying the effects of spending time in nature on people suffering from ADHD, and especially youth. And one of their studies in 2009 showed that spending time in nature was as effective for people suffering from ADHD as the prescription drug Ritalin. So I'm not here to say we should nature will take care of everything, but spending time outdoors, like here at Jupiter Ridge, is so important for the mental health side of things, especially with what we're going through right now. So thank you for coming out and highlighting one of our awesome public lands right here, right next to the Waxahachie River.
Thanks for coming out and taking a walk. I know that I feel better already.
Yeah, absolutely. So just really quick, everybody can start their adventure. pbcnaturalareas.com, pbcnaturalareas.com. Get your adventure started. If it's not here at Jupiter Ridge, there are plenty of places to go explore.
Awesome.